My name's Rob Swackhamer. I'm the project manager and photographer for a creative arts team called Make Them Awesome. This is Allybelle Cosplay and Tacocat Cosplay. We've known each other for just a little under 3 years now?
I actually met both of these at separate times during Ikkicon 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny how that works. So we actually I worked with you first, and then through that met Tacocat, started working with her. A few months after that, I met Tacocat's sister, Mermaid Child, started working with her, and she'll be here tomorrow. And we got together and was like, well, wait a minute. We all want to do all these like crazy things. How can we like kind of put it all together? And we were like, well, we want a team to go do this. And not only just for people to consume our work, but to also share all of our knowledge end to end. Costume making, like how we do all this stuff, share info. That was our biggest thing. And so when we were trying to figure out our name, and I was literally driving one day, and I was trying to think of and I was also trying to think of a slogan, and 6 words came to mind. Get dumb ideas, make them awesome. And I told them, it's like, yes, we're going with that. So this is one of the ideas. Actually, does anybody mind manning the lights for us? Because it's just a simple light switch. It's easy, so.
If not, I can. I don't mind.
I can do it. Where is it?
Oh, it's over here. Yeah. Then what color are we? Start with white. And I'll potentially.
Oh, it's the thing that I told us.
So hopefully you can get to it here. In fact, I'll shove these out of the way. So, not that one. We're actually going to, just so everybody will know what it's going to look like here when we do this. So we're going to do that. So there's an up on there. So you probably want to kind of keep your finger on it.
Okay.
But first we're going to need to set. I knew that was going to happen. So first we're going to need to set up our shot. So let me get my transmitter on that. It's always good.
I'm going to bring my stuff over here so I don't trip.
Oh no, that's
fall.
totally fine. Totally
So I don't
fine.
trip
Go
and
for
fall
it.
on my way back to my seat.
So I'm gonna make sure you are good.
What kind of equipment are you using?
Okay, so the camera I'm using here is the Fujifilm X-T2. Little box of magic, I swear to God. I used to use Canon for the longest time, and then when I went to Fuji, it was like mind-blowing. The lens is a 35mm f2, but for this stuff I like to go f4 because I want like a little bit more sharpness. And like I said, these pictures are not going to be perfect, but that's okay. That's totally fine. So, actually, I need somebody in front of the camera real quick. If who wants to start being in front of the camera for a moment? Because I do.
Someone go.
Oh, you.
All right.
Yay!
This is just a. Yeah, I was gonna say we'll just do a test shot, and because I want to make sure my stuff's set up.
Oh, your shirt.
Yes, nice. Okay. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get posed. Oh, I'm gonna need to come up a little bit there. So, and actually, I need to get my software going, so you can kind of see.
Setup does take a while. When we book studio time, we book.
Something we can put this on that has time.
What's that?
We can put the laptop on something.
No, we have the projector. Yes, we have a projector. And actually,
Use the TV.
I think it's okay. I don't want to look around.
wait a minute, what's that? What's that?
TV, monitor.
Oh yeah. I'm very glad they actually have a projector here. We actually used to carry last time we did this, we actually had to carry around a 55-inch TV.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was
but
really
again,
effective.
God, they had to stand for it, honestly. So, I was going to say, the projector is going to take a moment to warm up, so, actually, let's go into the equipment question real quick, continue on. So, all of my lighting gear is from a company called Godox, which is amazing, especially for the price point. Like that one there, the 8200, totally battery powered. I think you can get them for 300, brand new. This is a studio strobe we used for 2S400. This was 180, and they've not done me wrong so far. So I will gladly recommend them. Right there. They're actually available for pretty much every manufacturer, all of them. So you're not going to go wrong there. Do we have? Let me see.
It looks like there's something there. It's just-
Yeah, it's just taking forever to. Yeah, it's just taking forever to light up. It's like. Well, I was gonna say, let me go ahead and at least make sure my lighting's good. So, oh God, we're not going to do 84, no, or 1/4.
Is there a normal maintenance?
What's that? Sorry, I couldn't quite hear your question.
Yeah, question was that
Oh, okay. Let me. Someone. Wow, that is pretty dim.
I feel like it was better when we were setting up before.
Is it director
It
shifted
might
over?
be off-center.
Yeah, it's off center.
Oh yeah, it is. Wow.
That makes so much sense.
It's also like very.
Wait, there's a cover. Is there a cover?
Oh yeah. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you get a prize from it?
There we go.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it on again?
It's on.
Okay, now we can.
Now we can see. So. I was gonna say, you can just stand there. It's fine. So I think we got our basic lighting set up here. We can work with that. Actually, I'm going to go up a tad bit more. I'm going to go up to. Let's try that one. What is this? Okay. Actually, I'll go back down. Okay, you can actually go ahead and step out now. We just want to make sure our lights were good. So, oh, come on, go. Okay, so I do need our light switch person there.
Alright.
One on each side, yes. So, just to kind of explain what we're going to do here. So, when I did these shots, I did them at. Really? What? Oh, you know what might help? Power. Let's say, hopefully. I can do. Actually, it's no, yeah. So you see what those two are doing right now? That's where we're going to start. Once I make sure. Here's the sad part. I charged this before I came out here, so what the hell happened? Let's see if we get anything there. Ah, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
90% of photography is problem solving, everybody. I'm just going to say that right now. And I'm not the first one to have said that. So, okay, so earlier, well actually with this shot, I shot it at 1/250th of a second. So, for a lot of light painting, you're typically going to go at least a second or higher. So I think here, let's go ahead and try, let me go back to, oh there we go, perfect. I think let's go with 5 seconds. So we'll just have you both wave, just wave it around. So when you see this flash go off, go ahead and just turn off the light, okay?
Alright.
All right, so everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can go ahead and turn your light back on now. That's what happens. Actually, can you turn your light back off? It might be a little bit. That's what happens. So you can go ahead and come back up the slides, thank you. Okay, so now in this case, I do want somebody up here for this photo. Yes, Sonico, thank you. Okay, so let's actually change it up a little bit here. I'm going to give you another color to throw in. And since Sonico is mostly blue, well, what color blue is that? I can't quite tell. Turquoise, okay. Not red, definitely not red.
No, we don't want to do it
So, and actually that does bring up a good point. Oh, there we go. I think I like that. That is one thing, especially if you're going to do single lights for light painting, especially with somebody in front of your camera. Keep in mind color theory. If you want a very easy way to remind yourself, color.adobe.com. Yeah, thank you. A great way to go is like, okay, hey, I'm going to have this main color. What's its complement, or what could be? I like to use analog. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I was wondering wait till you're done.
Oh. Or what are the analog colors that are close that might also work with it? I like to use that style a lot of times. So, but no, go ahead and.
So just so I get this right, if you're using your flash as fill light and then shutting the light off, do you always have to do that, or can you do it with the lights already off?
Well, actually, do you want to experiment, see what happens? Okay. So, so everybody didn't. We're actually not going to turn the lights off just yet, because we'll show you what happens. And also, another bit of tech for this. I'm shooting. Actually, it's got an ISO. Now I'm at ISO 200, which is the base ISO for this camera. So, what did you do?
They ended up twisted.
Oh. Okay, so, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, do that number, okay? And like I said, we don't need to turn the lights off, so we're going to show what happens here.
Oh no!
That's fine. Very overexposed. So, okay, so let's go ahead and let's try that again.
We gotta detangle the lights again.
Oh, good. I was gonna say, you're not? I was gonna say, you two aren't doing this number, are you?
No, we weren't.
Actually,
We were going up and down, but they got
Oh, okay.
further apart.
Well, actually, let's solve for that. Let's have you step forward. Come back. And go. Actually, can you go a little bit that way?
Let's see, I have some. I have
And then it might change that light. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. And of course, there's Can you time your up down, please? Thank you. Okay, so I am going to need light control on this one there.
All right.
All right.
We're usually the ones in front of the camera.
Just go with it. I don't care at this point. So, okay. So you two ready?
Yes.
Okay, just go ahead and start waving. And then, like I said, when you see the flash go off, just go ahead and turn it off, okay? One, actually, hold on. Go higher. Go higher, please. Thank you. All right, 1, 2, 3. See if we get there. Okay, so one thing I am going to do there. Oh, wow. Hey, you can go ahead and turn the lights back on. Thank you. Yeah, let me turn the light off. That would help. So, but you kind of start to see where it starts kind of coming together a little bit. Like I said, it's not. We didn't mean this to be perfect. It's like I said, just kind of start to show off what could be done. So.
All you really need is lights and a camera with long exposure.
Yes.
That's the great thing about light painting. It's so easy to do. So once you have an idea, you can go for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, do you have to turn the light off when you press the flash, or can the lights already be off?
We typically tend to shut the lights off most of the time. But it really kind of depends within here because it does actually get like just so dark. One thing we were hoping to have was maybe a little bit of the track lighting, because if you have a little bit of light, it's not bad. And then you can just kind of fix a little bit of it in post, just kind of, because usually these are warm colors, right? Where your flash is usually a little bit more on the white side. So you'd have to color correct a little bit. So just to make it simple, we have the light on to help with focus, and then once the flash goes, shut the lights off. And you can actually turn, as long as you have focus beforehand, you can go ahead and turn the lights off. So you kind of experiment what workflow works best for you. Mostly having the lights on is to help with autofocus depending on your camera. If you have a camera that's not great about autofocus in dark, try that. Or even if you just shine a light, I mean, that's fine. So, actually, let's, oh, you can go ahead and sit down. Thank you very much there. So, let's, oh, this is gonna be an interesting one here, as we wait.
We were having fun. Leave us alone.
All right, so.
Are we changing lights now?
Yes, we
Oh my
are.
God.
How are you? Okay, so here's the thing. When we did basically the exact same thing at Ikkicon, and we had 2 different people do it. Oh, I know what we can do now. We had 2 different people do it. 2 people out of the audience. They didn't have this problem.
They're too in sync.
Something. This is why I hire assistants. So.
Literally, this is why we're we're not usually doing all the light stuff.
Yes. But we are going to actually use some of these lights here. So I need one, can you go grab one of the dowels?
Yeah.
Okay, because, but this time around I'm going to actually use some of the other, I was like, is that Morse code? Is somebody sending Morse code? What's going on here?
My alarm. Where'd you put the dowels, Rob?
They should be over there. So, what I'm going to do here, so you see one way it starts to work, right? So we're going to do something a little different. Yeah, if you would. I was going to say, is she like trying to call you or what?
No, my phone's. It's probably my phone alarm. It's going
Oh.
off, but I can't open it. But first, if you want to go into my bag and take it out, you can.
Yeah.
Turn the thing off.
So, one of the great things, especially
Rob, the
about,
dowels aren't over there.
really?
They're really not there.
I know I brought them in.
They're not.
Okay. Well, shoot. All right. Well, actually, this is something we could still do just because it's dumb. Because why not? So one, because these are so cheap. I mean, what do we get? I think these are like $10 for like a dozen.
Something like that. You can get them on Amazon Prime for really cheap.
Yeah. So basically, if they die, they die. So let's do something crazy here. So I'm going to need somebody else to be the subject of the image. All right, let's go for it there. And let's just. Temple there, okay. And then I actually want a couple of people to actually do the light part of this.
Clearly we failed.
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and have you here and have you there.
I really can't.
So, okay, so if you actually want to hand one of them this one, and because we're going to hand them 2 each. And honestly, I don't really care if they're not straight at all. So, because it's kind of the point, just kind of get some, just see what happens. Kind of just run like that there. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I actually, one thing I actually kind of like with my photography is how it's sometimes not perfect. Because there's something when it's super perfect, it looks weird to me. And it kind of is, I don't know, it throws me off mentally. And we've actually had this conversation on the team quite a bit, so I don't really care if this is straight or not, so. Okay. So, and also there's something about just this random factor that sometimes happens where it's just that's not what I planned for, but that's really cool. We're going to see what we can do with it. So, okay, so here's what we're going to have you, I don't care, I don't really care. So we're going to have you turn both of yours on. Just to pencil on the tops there? Oh, no, on the flat tops, sorry, yeah. Okay. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and get focus here. So, what I'm going to actually have you do, and hopefully, or actually let's have you step back a little bit, or step back that way a little bit more. So basically, I want you to throw your lights at each other. I say I'm willing to do it with these because they're very light, and they will actually pretty much like slow down fairly fast once they get somewhere. Actually, do you want to test it real quick, just so you can? You want to just like try it real quick, just so you can make sure. Actually do that. Actually do that. But keep your, yeah, I was gonna say, you might want to like scoot over a little bit there, sorry. But actually do yours where, like, you notice how she's not holding her ends? Like, yes. Actually go ahead and try it, just make sure. Okay. So actually so we'll do it like 3 times. Yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and get focus here. And you can actually just do a general guy pose. Yeah, actually let's actually turn you more this way. There we go. Chin up a little bit. And turn. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to need lights again, but I'm going to go ahead and get focus. Actually, I'm going to do something here. Let me go that out. See what we get. Okay. So when you two see the flash go off, go ahead and start whipping. You can go ahead and turn your lights off. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can stop now. Okay, so he's a little underexposed. So I think actually how far? Why is he that underexposed? That's a very good question. Okay, I'm gonna bring. So I'm actually going, or just real quick, I'm gonna go take a normal photo of him because I just want to double check my exposure settings. See how that looks. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. Why in the world did it go to 8? Like. Well, no. What happened? Somehow it actually set itself to 1.8 roll. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and try that again. So like I said, as I say, you good over there?
Yeah.
So like I said, when the flash goes off, start whipping. You can actually go ahead and turn, or actually let's have you sit down first because we're about to turn the lights off. Sorry. So go ahead and turn them off. And like I said, when the flash goes off, just start whipping. So 1, 2, 3. Whip it.
Oh no!
Whip it. Whip it.
Oh, actually, or you could stop. I need to actually. Okay. Lights on real quick. Lights off again. And so now you see what happens when it doesn't quite, when you don't actually set it to 5 seconds. So, all right. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, you can stop now.
There we go.
All right, you can go ahead and turn the lights back on. So, but yeah, so you do definitely see where, like, the teamwork takes a little time, especially if you're doing something like this. But then sometimes you get stuff like that.
Did you have a question?
Yeah, so in terms of keeping your subject in focus,
Mm-hmm.
is that just them staying really still for all 5 seconds?
that's the better way to do it. And it's not so much because focus will happen like right at the very beginning. But depending on what you're using for backlighting, so say like if I do this, but then move a little, depending on your light, you'll catch that shadow movement, and also depending on maybe what you're using. Like say if it's a little bright, you might catch some of that little slow movement. And it'll look weird. We actually have had that happen on a couple occasions. So I was gonna say you don't have to worry about tank lighting them. We'll those are our Christmas lights. We're used to untangling them. But everybody can go ahead and sit down. Thank you very much for helping us with that here. So actually, time track, please.
This is the longest you've ever had to do this.
What is it? Okay. Yeah, don't worry too much about it there. So, actually, so this was something we had planned for Ikkicon, and we didn't actually have a chance to do it. Do we want to like have people do those?
Yeah.
Who wants to throw around glow sticks? Okay, so we're going to need help here.
Various colors.
Okay, you two, actually since you've been doing lights, let's go ahead and have you come up. JoJo character, sorry, I don't know. Sorry, I don't watch JoJo. I know I'm a failure as a human being.
I am
okay.
too.
So let's do this. So here's where we're going to need help. Actually, I do need one more person. Yeah, let's go ahead and have you. So we're going to need to crack these open. So if you want to go ahead, don't worry about the earnings. Oh, next. Okay, so and one more.
There we go.
Yeah, cracking them all. Okay, so this was an idea we just had, and unfortunately, because we ran out of time at Ikkicon, just out of a good thing, we actually had a person show up with LED shoes, and she was like, "Hey, can we do something with this?" I was like, "Yes." So unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to try this one, but I was like, "Hey, I want to see what this does if we can pull it off," and I still had a bunch of glow sticks left over that I didn't get a chance to use, so I figured I'll bring them, why not? So, but I am going to need somebody to be the subject of the photo. Actually, yeah, let's. Ooh, I'm thinking.
Just say yes, Rob.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have both.
I'm curious about that. Yeah.
Well, so here's going to be the interesting. Oh, yeah, you can just go. Yeah, if you would watch out for the case there. So one thing, since we are going to have two different subjects in front of the camera, I'm going to have to change my lighting a little bit. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Let's actually have you, or probably about like you, I think. And you know what I'm almost tempted to do, especially because the shoe keeps untying? And these two know, whenever I'm in a studio setting, I shoot with my shoes off. I'll keep my socks on though.
You'll literally fall flat in the face.
Yes.
It shouldn't be funny, but. Was it the top or the bottom switch?
It's the top one, but you'll have to actually hit down real quick on the top one. Can you feel them through your gloves? That's a good, okay,
Yes,
good,
yes, I
you
can.
can. All right, so go ahead. Okay, so, yeah, let's go ahead and have you in here. Yeah, I was gonna say, let's have you, I'm trying to think of a pose though, because I don't want to quite go like, just like slide.
Hand on the shoulder kind of thing, like. Sassy.
Your gown is sitting.
Actually, but let's have you turn it in a little bit, but then do the hand on the shoulder. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Let me get framed up here. I wanna, huh?
You can hit
I think, but I need to put this here. Okay. So just real quick, I wanna.
it's a glow fire.
I'm just going to take a test shot real quick, just to make sure I like my lighting. Initially. Hey, Allie, how does that look over there since you're closer?
It's a little dark on the left side. Like you're getting
Actually, let's
shadow.
tilt your head a little bit more this way. Okay, let's try that there. Like I said, we're going for not perfect, but at least we want to try
Yeah,
something.
it's a little better.
Okay, definitely. Excellent. So, like I said, let's get really goofy on this one. So I'm going to go for an 8-second exposure here. So hopefully you can hold for 8 seconds. You don't have to express, but just the general, how you're standing and what it's going to be. So, let me see here. So I'm going to need you probably a little, because basically what I'm going to have you do is throw behind them. You don't have to throw hard. Yeah. Well, okay. So that is the thing here. You don't have to throw very hard. But what I would like is for people to try to vary the height of where you're kind of throwing. So like if you do like just a light arc, you know, just yeah, stuff like that.
Overhand, underhand.
Overhand, yeah. You know, spins if you can do it. Why not? So. Actually, does anybody want to like test it or just like test the throwing real quick just to kind of say get a general feel of? Wow.
All right.
Can you go play for the Cowboys? It might do better next year. Yeah, I said it. Huh? Yeah, that's why I'm kind of. So what? Yeah. So what? Yeah. So. Yeah, which is true. Which is very true. So. So what Tacocat was just actually mentioning, because you couldn't quite hear the conversation here, was I'm changing the orientation to portrait so we can actually get more like the color catch behind them because we're going to have different levels of it, right? So let me go ahead and make sure I got focus. Okay, so so for the rest of you throwing the sticks, when you see the flash go off, that's when you start tossing, okay? Okay, go ahead and turn it off. And 1, 2, 3.
Oh, sorry.
And she's got one in her arm. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, you can stop now. You can stop. That's it. Oh wow. Hold on. I got to see this. Good Lord. Hold on. I got it. No, turn back off. Wow, okay, we're going to do that one more time. Okay, so you don't actually all need to have the same color. If you're like starting with random colors, it's fine. I think a little bit is maybe because if you see like here where there's a lot of overhand going on, try to like over under, and that's for everybody.
How does that work?
Well, like this, like, well, kind of
So
like.
basically try and go up.
Like alternate when you
And then land.
when you throw.
Yeah.
Well, and also maybe if you have an example, I'm kind of thinking more. Oops, sorry. Kind of more like that, like stuff like that. So that's a good point.
That's what underhand's for. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
You can throw like a frisbee. Sideways.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that too. Yeah. So let me go. If you two want to go ahead and pose again, and let me get focus. All right, thank you, Allie. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Yeah, there we go. That's working. Okay, you can stop. You can stop there. All right. So whenever you do this, it does actually take, there we go. That's kind of what I'm looking for. just like a little bit more.
Oh, there's this really cool color splash at the bottom too.
Let me see.
How it's bounced.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool.
So, I'm glad we actually got a bunch of people to agree to throw around Lights Day. So, and also, right now this is like a con story nobody else will have yet. So you're very welcome. So, but thanks everyone. You can keep the glow sticks. That's fine.
Wait, yeah, let's all get rid of the opposite feature.
Okay.
Did you want to do the
Hey, Tristan, time. Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay. Hey, Allie. In one of the bags, there is a USB to AC adapter.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. No worries, no worries.
Do they have the strings in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can go grab you guys some.
Oh yeah, I should go. Rainbow colored photo.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
question for you: what's the software you're using to?
Oh, okay.
review
So
these?
the software
There we
we're
go.
using is called Capture One.
Okay.
So you can do this with Lightroom. I do find that Capture One is faster. I've actually tested it.
Yeah. What?
So now another thing is that if you have a Fuji or Sony camera, they actually have cheaper versions compared to like the normal full priced one. So there is that.
Okay.
I say, Allie, please tell me the. I know for a fact I put them in the bags, unless it's in this one. Oh, it was a USB to AC adapter.
Professionally, honey. Yeah, we always did library.
Do you have any of your chargers with you?
And it was dog slow. But it was good.
Even if it's like the power bank, that's fine. So. Oh yes, thank you. Okay. Sweet. Does that absolve me of all the problems we have with putting this whole thing together really today? Okay. So, another one, and this was one that actually our assistant Louise found, just completely at random at Walmart, of all things. Oh yeah. So, is anybody familiar with LED tape?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So this was a set. Yeah, that's a remote for it. So this was a set that actually, like I said, Louise found at Walmart. It's 8 feet. It has a few. I think it does like 12 different colors. Has a few patterns. $5.
Oh, wow.
And also, it's weatherproofed. Here's the other thing about it. It will run only off of 5 volts. So if you get yourself one of those cheap USB fuel cells for like $5, portable.
Warning, there's some of those on Amazon that require 12 volts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Read what it requires.
And actually, I do have one of the 12 volt sets. Oh no, I didn't bring. Actually, I didn't bring it with me. Yeah.
It'll burn out. I learned that the hard way.
So this one, because I couldn't find my fuel cell, I am going to go ahead and run it off of AC power, which is completely okay. That's why we have these. Oh, no, never mind. I got it. But actually, have many people played with any of these before, just in general?
Yeah.
Okay, how have you used them?
So I've actually salvaged them out of a few different devices.
Really? Like what?
My boss actually ran over a drone that we were flying in the parking lot.
Okay.
And I salvaged a little LED, kind of about a 3-foot long strip of LEDs from that.
Okay.
Also, good to note, do not overvolt an LED. Ask me how I know, but the stench when an LED burns up.
Yes.
The electronics stop when the magic blue smoke comes out.
Yeah,
I was
releases the
I was
smoke.
going to say that, and just to show my age, when we had digital electronics in high school, which should tell you how long ago that was.
Touche.
That was actually something my teacher did was he set off a line of LEDs like they were firecrackers just to show us what would happen. Oh. Allie?
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, they were under. Oh well, whatever. We still might do something with that. Who knows? So I'm going to plug this into power over here. Maybe if the power adapter plays nicely. There we go. So we're not going to have a lot of length. I think we can potentially do. Actually, where's I know what I can do. Give you a little bit more length, but kind of you start to see where we start to see some possibilities here. Hey, Kirsten, you want to hand me
Like I said
that?
earlier, the really only limit you have with light painting or any type of photography is really just your own imagination. So that's really cool.
And actually, it gives you a really good excuse to go to the dollar store and buy the most random stuff possible.
Yeah, that's
Like actually, and unfortunately, I couldn't find enough of them to pull this off. Have anybody ever seen LED bouncy balls?
Yes.
So if like you see like the glow sticks? Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're handing me right there. Huh? Yeah, hand me them. Okay. So you see how right now it's kind of
Thank you. Okay.
just doing that number, right? So let's see here. So you can do fades from colors. This is supposed to be called smooth, but it's really not. So you kind of start to get the idea. And actually, if you ever find the more advanced ones, you can get some crazy effects. It's really cool. So I need a couple people as assistants and somebody as a subject. What's that? Yeah, I was gonna say, let's have you there. Actually, I want to see something here real quick, because I know it.
Okay, up you go.
I think I can do a red stroke.
We have your two assistants. Go for it, go for it.
Actually, we will here in a bit, but I want to do some of this. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Oh, please
Well,
be careful.
Actually, yeah, let's, I say we might need to, let's move at least that chair. Okay. So what do I have you do? Let's have you both pick up one end of it. And so you know how earlier when you saw these two do the thing with the fairy lights? We're going to have you do the same thing with this. Especially because we're going to have the color change, and I think actually I can speed it up. I got to just see the speaker here. Let's see what we get with that there. Just who knows. Okay, so, yeah, I planned on that. We'll flip through it. So, okay, so I'm going to actually let's have you. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, let's go with that. I think I like that. Let me check my. We will hear it a bit. Okay, yeah. So, whoops. Actually, I was gonna say, since now I'm not actually need the remote, you can just go ahead and hold on to that end. That's fine. So. That is one thing you may have to watch out when working with these, is that connection point. So, so let me go ahead and get focus. Actually, I'm going to come up a little bit. All right, Allie, go ahead and turn off. And when you see the flash go off, just start waving, okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can stop now. See what we get here.
Oh no! It does sometimes take a while. There you go.
Ooh. Cool.
That's like, okay, so let's do one more. Allie, turn back on, please. Oh, I just need to see the receiver real quick, so I want to go. Let's do that. I want to see. Though One question I have when you go up down, can you go lower when you come down? Okay, cool. All right, so let me get focus again. All right, Allie, go ahead and turn off. All right, 1, 2, 3.
There you go. Oh no!
All right, you can
That's
stop.
okay.
You can stop. Hey, like I said, there's the random X factor. Okay, let's see what we get here. So one thing also, especially with Fuji cameras, oh, that's much better. I like that. So one thing about Fuji cameras, once you start going above 5 seconds for exposure, it does take a little bit longer to get to the computer. Just FYI. I don't know if that's true for any other cameras. So, well, you know, like I've been shooting Fuji for like the last 3 years. So actually, you two gentlemen, we go ahead and you step out. Thank you. And then, actually, you want, or I can just turn that off from here. Since you have your lightsaber, you just so there's, I think I'm gonna have to go horizontal for this one though. Let's go ahead and have you step back here. How do you normally do your swings? Just out of, oh, that, okay. So let's do this. I think. Hey, Kirsten, can you actually have a look behind the camera? Because I want to need your feedback to help figure this out. So basically, what I want to have happen. So, am I in frame? First off, okay. So let's actually have you slide over here, about to where I am. Okay. So if you go overhead, like maybe a little, maybe like that. So it's the tip of the lightsaber in frame.
Not quite.
I think, okay.
It was almost in frame.
Yeah. How does it look?
Yeah, it's in.
Okay, cool. So what I want you to do,
Cuts off right at the top of your head.
okay, great, perfect. Okay, so when you come down, go down. So if you want to practice. Maybe not as low. I'd probably say go about like we're about to waist height. Yeah, okay. So.
And you're gonna hold your pose that you end in.
Yeah.
Until the exposure's done.
Okay, you can go. Go ahead.
That's how you get your.
Is that a good speed?
Yeah, I think we'll be fine there. So. Actually, 8 seconds. So what I'm going to do here is, so in all the photos you've seen taken so far, the flash goes off at the start of the exposure. What we're going to do is actually change the flash where it happens at the end. Some of it you see, it's referred to as second curtain. It's usually the most common term you hear for it. So let's do second curtain. So for this, I'm going to have to tell you when to go. I'm going to get my focus here. Allie, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go. Okay, let's see what we get here. See.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, neat.
So actually, I want to do one other thing. Allie, if you want to come back on here real quick. So this was, I told Allie earlier, I was like, I hope we have a sword user, so I want to try some stuff here. So, and actually, I might have you stick around for like one more thing after this. Especially
And someone did
considering
bring like a
your
sword
CS,
as well, right?
which will be great.
Yes, okay. I just want to be sure.
Okay, so,
Sign me up.
okay, so I want certain colors, not that. Because we had red. Actually, I'll just grab it out of this. Grab out of here. So, Allie, this one, oh, do we have, did I bring my gaff tape? Is the gaff tape in here? Of course not. Nah. I think we can figure it out either way. You want to come grab one, or actually, Kirsten, I'll have you do this. You want to grab one of the dowels? Because we're going to do something. There's a red. Good. Not green. Just trying to figure out which colors to go. How did I get so many greens? I don't know. Actually, because I want to do blue and a red. I wanted to have you do like 4 blues and like 2 blues and 2 reds. That's what I want. Okay, so there's red. Okay, so there's one. One.
Yeah, so we have a sword too.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna try it.
Promptly sheathing sword?
Yeah. Okay, so there's.
Alright.
And of course it gets. So.
Is it doing it down?
Yeah, I know.
But I do like
How dare, right? How dare? Okay. So what we're going to actually do is I'm going to have Tacocat actually hold this above her, but we're going to wrap these around her lightsaber. And then at the beginning, basically have her pull so we get light streaks off the saber.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, we're not going to have you move. We're basically just going to have you just keep the position for a few
There's a
seconds.
question, Rob.
What's that? Oh, go ahead.
Is that the shadow we were talking about from earlier? That's what caused that little gap in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, which is fine. We kind of sometimes like that not perfect, which is great. Just kind of.
Like what happened with the Sabrina photo. There, we had Slam and I had my hand like this and it jiggled slightly.
Yeah.
There's like glare of the hand.
Yeah, it happens,
It's how you learn, really. Experiment.
I was going to say, for anybody who wants explanation of what we were doing for that, we were actually trying to do some practical effects with a candle flame by, was it Splenda? I think it was Splenda. We actually sprinkled Splenda over a candle flame to get like a little bit of a poof. You know the stuff they say you don't do with powders? We did it, and just to kind of do, I don't know how many people have watched Show and Adventures of Sabrina?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the whole idea was like mad witchcraft. So that's what we're hoping for. Okay, so.
Try cinnamon next time.
Cinnamon? Interesting.
Yeah, I was telling him I want to get like some of the different compound powders, so you can sprinkle it and it goes blue, green.
Like you use in fireworks? Yeah.
Yeah, they're low.
They have stuff too, you can go in and buy and change the color.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was showing him is actually you can either buy candles that are made with whatever compound to be whatever color, and then it burns that color.
Does the flame actually burn in the color? Oh, okay. So we could basically just almost do that and then just do the sprinkle on top. So we were really hoping to be able to present that set, but it was kind of plagued with problems that day. Let's go ahead and just do this number. Yeah, I know. So much time. Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Set up
I'm okay with
takes
that.
the longest.
Okay. Yeah.
If I could have you out for probably the next 5 so they can set up.
Oh, is there one? I didn't think there was anybody after us. It's what? Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Okay.
Never mind, it's 9:30.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of like, whoa.
Okay, so Kirsten, let's actually have you over here. Over here. Say welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we'll actually just have you there. So basically, yeah. So we're not going to wrap. So we're not going to wrap these very tightly. But I do kind of want. hopefully not hit you in the face with them. I prefer not to.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So we're going to start there. And I genuinely do not know. This was actually an idea that came to me last night when I was trying to sleep. So if it doesn't work, blame it on sleep deprivation. Okay.
Wasn't Shane? Does it know that we better even on that?
What's that?
Shira, no one gets taller than Shira.
Actually,
Your computer wants to restart, by the way.
really, what the hell?
Wait an hour.
Actually, can we have somebody taller? No, taller than her. Taller than her.
Probably 5'9" or higher, because of the heels.
Yeah, the heels are working there.
Since our
Is that
mouth
weight?
Yeah, wait now.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
this is strong enough.
Yeah.
And good.
There we go. Perfect. Okay.
All right.
So let me go back and change my flash mode because we're going to do this on first code. Okay. So let me.
Like back?
What's that?
Like back?
Like up and back.
Okay.
Okay. So.
That's good you have someone taller than me.
Yeah. Okay. So let me go. So I need to go back to. Auto, good. Back. Okay, so I'm actually going, since this doesn't really need to be 8 seconds, I'm going to go back to 5, actually. And so I'm going to do this a little differently. Okay.
Fast or slow?
Fast. So for you, just so you don't get hit in the face, actually turn a little more this, but kind of chin up a little bit, and can you be a little more menacing? Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. Why not? So, okay. So basically, when you see the flash go off, just pull.
Okay.
Okay, right? Okay, I got focus. There we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. I hope. Hey, that might work. Who knows? So.
Better if they were more spread out.
Yeah, I think so. And also, one other thing I'm kind of not caring for aside from feed. Actually, go ahead and turn back off real quick. One other thing I'm kind of not caring for is the glow on her face. It kind of starts to overpower. So I don't.
What if it's more of a pose like this?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and turn the lights back on there. Let's go ahead. We're gonna use that. Actually, we don't even need that. We'll just use your hands. Yeah, definitely. So. Yeah, that's what it is. So let's go ahead. Yeah. So. Yeah, go on.
Just pull them individually, like on one.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we can go ahead and try that actually. So let me. You don't have it there. You want to hold on to that one, and then. Concentrated lighting, yes. So, do you want to go ahead and grab that? And then we'll just kind of.
It's just like a big gap.
Oh, whoops. So just going for a rope. Just actually, I'm going to go a bit more. I said a little bit more. Well, so this is another thing also to help solve for this sort of thing. Using very light application of Scotch tape. That's been one thing. It's we've done this in a few other ways, and that seems to help because then it easily pulls off, but it holds stuff in place. So that is.
Do you have to make a lot of changes to do this outside?
If it's at night, no. No, I'll get that in your hand someday. Now, if you actually want to do stuff in the day, there is ways to do it. But it really is kind of doing a bunch of math to figure out your lighting, especially depending on the daylight. So I know people who have done it with what's called neutral density filters. That seems to be fairly common, but it's really going to be dependent on what your lights are. Like this would not work. There was one tool I was hoping to be able to use, but I don't think we're going to be able to. Let me come back here. So, whoop, that's not what I wanted. Let me do that. So, actually, we might have. What time is it? Might have a few minutes. 6 minutes. Okay. So, I'm gonna do. So, actually, look more towards like you're facing your enemy. You just have do you have just a very loose grip on the tips of the? Yeah. Okay, cool. So when you see the flash go off, pull fast. So let me go. Okay, go ahead and turn off. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, ooh, that would be cool.
I'd say that'll be interesting to see, that's for certain.
Whoa.
So you kind of start to see more what I was kind of hoping for. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you go ahead and turn back on. I do want to do one last thing. Allie, you want to hand me the pixel stick there and not cause feedback? You can go ahead and sit down. Thank you very much. And don't think about it.
That's a pixel stick.
It is a very cool tool.
A few. Actually, I need a JoJo character.
Oh. But you got your JoJo player.
Yes, this has to have a JoJo pose.
Okay.
Okay. So, what I have here. No, not yet. So what I have here is what's called the pixel stick. So you remember when we were playing with the LED strips earlier? Make a very advanced version of that. But before I have you do anything real quick, I'm going to. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. These are 350 new. Now, one thing I do have is I have what they call a different lens pack because it'll help diffuse the LEDs. The lens pack was like $25. So, okay. Yeah. Okay, so. Oh yeah, that would be perfect. So. You can actually step away from them because I'm going to do this here. So, just to kind of show people what happens real quick, I'm going to, actually let me do this. Oh yeah, repeated 3 slots. Okay.
Yeah. Basically.
So halfway hold down the shutter button. No, the shutter button. Halfway hold it down so it gets focused. Yeah, that.
Good job, bro.
Well, you're going to have to hold it. Yeah. Okay.
Light.
So, yeah, go ahead and light. And then give me a countdown before you push the shutter. 3, 2, 1. You got to push it all the way down.
One.
What?
Push the button
Oh.
all the way down.
Yeah. Okay, so.
I don't know.
This one, that one.
Again, we're usually.
This is why I'm the photographer. Okay, you good on focus halfway down? Okay, go ahead and lights off. Can you count down the flash?
2, 1.
Actually, I'm ready. Oh, that's fine.
There you go.
All done in camera. Yeah. Okay. So Yeah, we're probably going to need. Okay, are you going to be able to get the floor? I need to like have. Actually, go ahead and listen.
Do this, I can.
Okay, so what the great thing about this is you can actually take images and put them on the SD card. Now it's interesting because they actually are fairly low res images, and actually it goes that way. So, but you can get some really neat stuff on when you want, like try to get this one done real quick before we need to like start breaking down and everything. So one thing about using something like this is you have depth of field to play with, and also how this looks in relation to the camera. So that's what we're going to do here. So, like I said, I'm going to just go ahead and let you JoJo pose. All right, you got focus. All right.
Spin the button in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's fine. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Not. Okay, let's actually do that one more time.
You're still at 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna do one more because why the hell not?
That might be better if you dip down more in front. Or if you found your foot was a low spot.
No, I'm gonna. Okay. Let's do one more because why not? All right, go. When you're ready.
Spin the button in 3, 2, 1.
Let me know where it stops, by the way. Okay.
Maybe.
It takes forever.
Yeah, especially when you do 10 seconds, it will actually kind of take a while to.
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn the lights back on. So, all right. So, I hope that for those of you who were able to say, wow, holy, oh my God. I'm just now looking at it. So here's what's funny. We actually did this at Okashicon, like did something similar to Okashicon with a friend of mine. And we just said, I'm mad that the Magical Drop tournament got canceled. But you see what's possible. What's that, sorry? How's what now, sorry? Okay, so it's really kind of, if you ever notice I hold it in front of me, so that's the big part. Now, depending on how you do things, it is better to wear dark clothing. That will help. Another thing that does also help is because we're shooting at a low ISO. So unless I have, like if I was doing this number, you would see it, yes. But since I'm doing this number and there's no other ambient light, that's what helps. So I think we're actually at time at this point. So, thank you for dealing with all the technical problems we had leading up into this. It's funny how you can do a ton of testing beforehand and then it just all that. So, yep, we'll be done here in a moment. We hope you enjoyed this. We hope you learned something. And if there's anything that's more important than that, your dumb ideas, that's awesome. Thanks, Ikkicon.